Hi guys, in today's topic we're gonna learn about restricted permutations. If you see carefully in the word itself, it has a clear meaning. Restricted, as we know, permutations means arranging the things, right? So there are some particular restricted arrangements. So when these can be restricted is when there is some particular conditions need to be satisfied. Suppose at fixed positions, some digits at fixed positions, or which can always occur or never occur, or some letters at a fixed position, vowels or consonants occur together or never together. So these are the things that we need to consider when coming to restricted permutations. Let me clear your dilemma with this quick one. For a number having a, like, suppose we are taking some numbers and we are arranging them, so the arrangement of those numbers with 0 will be one way and without 0 will be another way to solve. Okay, and for words, these are the conditions, or these are the conditions that we can see while solving the problems of permutations. They might ask, I need all vowels at one side, or all consonants at a fixed position, or some letter should always come, or I'm allowing its repetition. So these are the some things. Or here no to together, let us say if A, B, C, A and C shouldn't be together at the arrangement. So these are some various things that we gonna look upon. So all the thing you need here is your concentration, okay, so that you can learn each and everything. Coming to first case, non-zero, like we are having some digits which are not containing 0. Like how many ways a 3-digit number can be formed using 1 2 3 4. So this is the type of problem that we have seen earlier, right? So we will have 3 places in which these 4 digits to be fixed or arranged, right? So for that the formula is NPR, where N denotes the number of elements we need to arrange, R denotes the particular blocks we have in which we can be arranged. Okay, so it's 4p3, and here is the answer. Coming to the next problem, how many ways a 2-digit numbers can be formed using 2 3 3 5 6. So here N is 5 digits and 2 will be R, but here you have to observe that 3 has been repeated 2 times, right? So that's the reason, as normally we write 5p2, but as it is repeated 2 times, as the 3 is repeated 2 times, we'll write by 2 factorial. Got it? So this is the way you will solve the problem and come to the conclusion. Coming to the next segment with 0. Okay, so here read the problem. How many ways a 4-digit number can be formed using 0 4 5 6. So here what we will do is, we'll keep this first, all these digits in the first place of the digit of the 4-digit number, so that if we keep 0 at the starting, there is no possibility of forming a 4-digit number when we keep 0 in the first place, right? That is in thousands place. So 4 5 6 is possible to form a 4-digit number when we place them in the thousands place, right? So already if we think 4 has been fixed in the first position, in the remaining 3 there will be 3 chances that remaining 5 6 0 can be arranged. So it is displayed as 3 factorial. It can be written as 3 factorial. Coming to 5, if we think 5 is given at the first place, then there are 3 ways in which 4 6 0 can be arranged. For your quick understanding, there are 3 numbers in which we have to arrange in 3 places, that is 3p3. So 3 factorial by 3 minus 3 factorial, which is 0. So obviously this can be represented as 3 factorial. That's what we have written in a shortcut form. Got it? And same applies for 6 also. And then we will sum up all these possibilities and we'll get the answer of 18. Got it? So there are 18 ways in which we can arrange or we can get 4-digit numbers by using this 0, 4, 5, 6. Coming to the next segment, words. In this, type 1 is repeated letters and non-repeated letters. First we can go ahead with non-repeated letters. It means that in a word there are no repeated letters. Suppose if you take shirt, there are no repeated letters, right? If you take learn, there are no repeated letters. Pen, pant. So here there are letters which are not repeated. So for these type of letters, the simple formula is number of letters. Got it? So here how many letters are there? That factorial. Since we have 5 letters in shirt, it is 5 factorial. As we have 3 letters in pen, it is 3 factorial. So like that we will calculate. Got it? Coming to repeated letters. Repeated letters is something like in a word there are repeated letters. Suppose in this word of laptop, there is a letter P which is repeated twice. So for this we just normally write how many letters factorial by number of repeated letters. That is, here we have laptop which is of 6 letters. We have written 6 factorial by P has been repeated 2 times. That's the reason we have written 2 factorial in the denominator. Coming to this, aptitude. In this, T has been repeated twice and it is a 8 letter word. So this is how we represent this repeated letter format. Coming to type 2, repetition not allowed or allowed. Don't confuse between type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is something like repeated and non-repeated letters. That is, within letters, is there any letter repeated or not? But here in this case of repetition allowed or not, while we are arranging a particular letters or numbers, can we repeat that again or not? Suppose let us take a quick example of arranging AB with repetition allowed and not allowed. In the case of not allowed, we can write only AB and BA, that is 2 power 1. But when coming to repetition allowed, we can write AA, AB, BB and BA. Got it? So this is the difference between repetition allowed and not allowed. Coming to the formula, here arranging 2 letters with repetition allowed is how many letters power that is n power n. We can just see that there are 2 letters and repetition is allowed for those 2 letters, so it is 2 power 2. Let us take a quick example for the words that we have already used, that is shirt. For a shirt with non-repeated letters, it is 5 factorial because it has 5 letters in it. But when coming to repetition allowed, there are 5 letters, so it is 5 power 5. Coming to learn, it is also having 5 letters, and when repetition allowed, it is also 5 power 5. Coming to this word nani, n has been repeated twice here in this word, right? So that's the reason we should write 4 factorial by 2 factorial, as n has been taken into place. Okay, for repetition allowed, the same thing, we'll write 4 letters, so 4 power 4 by 2 factorial, as n has repeated twice in this word. Coming to type 3, always together, which means there will be some selected things like vowels or consonants which must be always together while arranging. Okay, so how many words can be formed when vowels are together for a word learn? So in the word learn, what are the vowels? E and A. So as E and A are vowels, E and A can be considered as one unit. Okay, so remaining are L, R, N, right? So L, R, N can be written like this. So there are spaces between, because E and A can be arranged as a unit either here or here or here or at the last place, right? So if you are arranging it here, it will be E, A, L, R, N, or if you are arranging it here, it will be L, E, A, R, N. So there are 4 ways how we can arrange EA, right? So that's the reason we'll write 4 factorial. Then why we are writing 2 factorial? Because here there are 4 ways where we can arrange this complete unit, but this complete unit of EA is having 2 letters in it, which can be either arranged as EA or AE. So there are 2 ways. That's the reason we are writing 2 factorial. So how many ways we can arrange one block, one particular block considering ovals is 4 ways, and within that, as there are 2 letters in it, we are writing 2 factorial for it. Okay, so the same applies for consonants too. The same thing. Here the consonants for learn word is L, R and N. So L and LRN is considered as a complete unit which can be placed either before A or in between E and A or at the end of A, right? So there are 3 ways in which this consonant block can be arranged, and within this consonant block there are 3 letters where these can be arranged in 3 factorial ways, that is LRN or LNR, or there are many ways, that is 6 ways we can arrange this particular letter. So that has been told as 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Here this comes in arranging the particular unit of consonants in 3 different ways between the ovals, and these 3 factorials come between the arrangement in between these consonants. Got it? So while arranging we have to keep in mind the number of blocks available, and also within that block how many letters are there and how many ways those letters can be arranged. Got it? Coming to the next example of the word aptitude, when we are considering ovals are together, that is A, I, U, E should be considered as one block, and P, T, T, D are consonants. So there are 5 places in between the consonants in which this block can be arranged, because ovals should be always together, right? So as see here, there is one thing that T has been repeated twice. That's the reason we have to write 5 factorial by 2 factorial. Got it? So there are 5 ways, but here there are T which can be arranged or which has been appeared twice. So that's the reason we have written 5 factorial by 2 factorial into 4 factorial. This 4 factorial represents the ovals and the arrangement within themselves. Similarly, taking place for the same word for consonants together, the consonants are P, T, T, D, where these are 4 letters, and these can be arranged in 4 factorial ways, and where T has been repeated, right, 2 times. So this is the arrangement of consonants within that particular block we are considering, right? So other than consonants there are 4 ovals, A, I, U, E, right? So here in between these ovals there are 5 ways where we can arrange consonants. So the complete thing is 5 factorial into 4 factorial by 2 factorial. 5 factorial comes under the number of ways we can arrange this consonants block, and 4 factorial by 2 factorial represents there are 4 consonants, but in those consonants there are there is a T which has been repeated twice. Got it? Coming to type 4, that is never together. As we have discussed in type 3, that is always together for ovals and consonants, type 4 is something that is never together, that is completely opposite of type 3. For it is same applies for ovals, consonants or any other words. Got it? So here is the quick formula, that is total number of ways minus always together. So here we have to find out the total number of ways and always together too. So for ovals, the total number of ways is, as there are 5 letters, it is 5 factorial. And coming to always together, to find it out, for ovals, E and A is considered as one block, and we have 4 ways where we can arrange this block. So 4 factorial into 2 factorial, right? So this is the answer for always together, and for total number of ways it is 5 factorial. So coming to the formula, total number of ways minus always together, it resembles 5 factorial minus 2 factorial into 4 factorial. So this would be the answer. Got it? And this is same for always together for consonants. So again we will find out always together and 5 factorial minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial while coming into consonants. Coming to type 5, that is odd or even places. Like coming to this, first we can see the question so that you can get a clear idea. How many ways a word smiley can be arranged in such a way that vowels occupy only odd positions? So in the word smiley, the vowels are I and E, right? So there are I and E. So there are 2 vowels in the word smiley, and these 2 should be arranged in odd places, right? So the word smiley is of 6 letters, and in this 3, 5 and 1, in these 3 positions we can fix I and E. So we can't do it at a time, like we can't consider it as a block, right? Because we have to make it separately. They haven't told us to be always together or something like that, right? So they just said the vowel should be in odd places. So that's the reason it might be in 1, 3 or 5. In first position we can write either I or E, and similarly 3 also, and in 5 also we can write either I or E, right? So in 3 positions there are two ways that we can write. So that can be represented as 3p2, and within this, once we take over all the vowels aside, we have to consider the consonants also. So here S, M, L, Y are the consonants which are of 4 letters that can be arranged by in themselves in 4 ways, right? So that's the reason we have to consider this 4 factorial. So the final answer will be 4 factorial into 3p2. Got it? Coming to the next example, aptitude. Here vowels occupy even places. So what are vowels here? A, I, U and E. So these 4 vowels can occupy even places. Total aptitude is containing 8 letters, that is 8 places in which there are 4 vowels that can occupy the even places, that is 2, 4, 6 and 8. And here while we are considering this 2, 4, 6, 8, there is no repetition here, right? So it will be of 4p4 because 4 letters that must be arranged in 4 positions. So that is 4p4. Now coming to consonants, there are p, t, t, d left, right? So in this again t has been repeated twice. So that's the reason 4 factorial by 2 factorial. Now we club 4 factorial by 2 factorial into 4p4. Got it? So this is the way we represent the even places of vowels in the aptitude. Now coming to type 6, that is no 2 together. That means no 2 vowels are together. Okay, so here when they said no 2 vowels are together, the vowels are I and E, which shouldn't be together at any cost. So first let us consider consonants, that is F, R, D, H, and there are 5 ways in which vowels can be placed, right? So 5 factorial is completely wrong. We have to make it as in these 5 places we have to place 2 vowels, right? So it will be 5p2 into 4 factorial because these 4 consonants can be arranged themselves in 4 ways, right? And there are 5 places in which I and E can be arranged. Got it? So that is the explanation.